Hello and welcome. I am your host, Bunmi Ajibade, and today we look at potential questions you can ask a friend or a family member who you are considering as a partner in your business. Come on, let's go. It's time to create and build a thriving business. Welcome to Create Your Own Economy podcast, the weekly podcast that equips you with the know-hows, the strategies, tools, and resources to create your own economy, grow your business, and live the life you desire. If you have not done so, hit the subscribe button so you will never miss an episode. Now, when you are thinking of partnering with a friend or a family member in your business, look, that means you are thinking of bringing in somebody you know, somebody you can trust. And that can be rewarding, that can be comforting for you. But it is really essential that you approach that decision carefully, very, very carefully. Now, considering that friend or that family member, you need to really ask questions to really get to know them, to assess their suitability for that role in the business, to see them in a business zone different from the friend zone you have seen them before, or from the family zone they have been in with you. And also the questions you will ask will encourage an open and honest discussion and conversation between the two of you to lay a real solid foundation for your partnership and also for a successful business venture together in that partnership. So what I have done, I have put together 10 questions you may ask. And I want you to really type in some other questions you might ask, or some other questions you have asked a potential business partner before. So please go ahead and ask some questions in the comment section so that we also can learn from what has really worked for you. So the number one question that I think you should ask is, why are you interested in partnering with me in this business? You want to know what their motivation is. Why are they interested in coming together with you in this joint venture? It's a joint venture. And the goal of that question is for you to identify if you have shared goals and vision for the business. And also you want to understand their motivation and really know whether the two of you can grow this business. Can you expand this business? Can you build a legacy on this business? And so on. The second question is, you want to know what their core values are. And, do you have some shared values? The values don't have to be the same, but your values need to align with the values of the business. And the goal of that is that the values that you all have will really impact the decision-making of the business. It will impact the work ethics and also the overall success of the business. The number 3 question, you want to know what are your financial contributions and expectations to the business. So if you both want to own the business, you want to partner in the business, so you need to discuss the financial investment. How are they going to invest in the business? And what is their expectation of the returns that they're looking for? So how will the profit and the losses be shared? What is the expectation? So that it's not that they are contributing and they don't want to share in the losses. So you need to really come to an agreement on both. Then number 4, you want to ask what they envision as the roles and responsibilities in the partnership. So what do they see as their role in the partnership? And the goal of this is for both of you to have clear and defined roles and responsibilities so that it can prevent overlap of responsibilities, which will ensure smooth operations. It's not that the two of you are doing the same thing and then an aspect of the business is left uncatered for. So we really need to be clear so that somebody might not say, oh, I didn't know that I was supposed to do that. So that both of you need to be on the same page. Then number 4, really want to know what their leadership styles are. How do they work? How do they love to work? What is their leadership style, their working style, and also their communication style? How do they love to communicate? How do they love to work? You all need to be on the same page. And the goal is for you to understand how they communicate, because effective communication and collaboration with each other will really help to prevent misunderstanding. And I tell you, misunderstanding can spell doom. Doom, whether it's in business or any relationship. And when you understand each other, it will really improve efficiency. And also, when you know each other's mode of communication, it will also help you with the frequency of communication. How do you want us to communicate? How do you want us to keep the business going in our communication so that, when we are communicating business at home, business at work, other one at home and all that. Then number 6 question, what potential conflicts or challenges do you foresee in our partnership? Because you all know each other. So what do you foresee that can cause conflict between the two of us as we are planning to partner in this business? That is the downside of our coming together. I know we are best friends, but what could be the downside? And you really want to have this heart-to-heart conversation. And the goal is for you to have open communication about addressing some potential obstacles before they actually come up. The concerns, have them on the table up front before they come out, and you can discuss it and make sure that both of you are aware of what those issues will be. Like if you have a friend that loves to boss you around, this is the time that you want to say, you know what, I know you are my friend and I know you always give me all the work to do. Now that we have our roles and responsibility, we are going to stay in our own lane so that we don't have any conflict. So this is where you really, because this is different. You can talk and all that because you are friends, but when it comes to the business, you really want to focus on the roles and responsibilities and really doing your job. So whatever is going to really be a potential problem, this is where you can really talk about it upfront and come up with ideas to really mitigate them. talk about them, put them on the table. You are adults, and because if you don't do that, it will affect the other employees, because you are the owners. If you don't know how to deal with that, it will affect the employees. The number 7 question, which is really a part of number 6, how do we handle conflicts and disagreements? Can we seek external mediation if needed? So if you have conflicts, maybe there is a project and the two of you have different ideas on how the project needs to advance, or you are having a problem with a project and you both have different ideas of who to bring in to help with the project, and you are at a loggerhead. So how do you resolve the conflict or this disagreement? Now, if you cannot resolve it, this is where you can say, now we can bring in a third party. Now we can hire somebody to come in to help us resolve or to mediate. This is where you can really talk about that, because establishing a conflict resolution process to manage conflict constructively is important to the success of the business. And that external mediator will really give an impartial advice to you for the success of the business. So number 8 question that you really want to ask is, what is our exit strategy? And the reason is, what if I want to leave? What if we decide to sell the business, or a partner decides to leave, or I want you to buy me out of the business? What would be the strategy to do that? This is where you talk about what the strategy is. And at this point, if you need the help of an attorney to help you in drafting what an exit strategy is, this is where you need to hire somebody to really help you figure out what an exit strategy will look like. The number 9 question, what legal agreement do you need to have in place? I know you are friends, I know it's family, but I tell you, having this agreement in writing is critical to the continued friendship or being family, even when the business is long gone. Even if you sold the business or you sold your shares in the business, you still want to have a relationship with your friend. So the goal of that legal agreement is just for you to have a partnership agreement that legally protects the two of you, because you are going to have investment, financial investment of your time, of your money, of your life savings. So it's really very important that you have a legal agreement that will protect you. Then number 10 question, how will this partnership affect our relationship? You are my best friend. You are my family. How will it affect our relationship? How will we separate business from personal life? I've known you all my life. We have been friends all our lives. How will it affect us? Is really important. And the goal of this question is for you to set boundaries so that you can maintain a healthy relationship outside of work and really avoid letting business disagreements spill over into your personal matters, so that you can have work and family or friends then at home. very, very important. And I know somebody, I know a couple that, when they are at work, everything is all about work. And if for any reason they want to discuss their family or anything, they do that during their lunch hour. When they are lunch break, then they have a discussion, anything about family. But when they are at work, it's all about work, And then when they're at home, they hardly talk about business. And when they have to, it's like a permission, something between the two of them that they can do that. And it has to be an agreement between the two of them, not when somebody says, no, we have to talk about business. No, it has to be an agreement. Because, as entrepreneurs, we can do this 24/7. We can work 24/7. So this is really very important, that the partnership, that you are very careful, that that, you have to separate work and family, or work and friendship. So there are very many more questions you might ask. And just please allow that your friend, your potential partner, your family, allow them also to ask questions, because they also might have questions that they want to ask you. Give them that opportunity to also ask questions. Please don't rush the process. These questions don't have to take 1 day or 1 week. Allow them to marinate on some of those questions. Let them marinate on them. And at times they might not have all the answers. Give them time so that when they come to you with the answers, you both know what you want. You both have a solid business foundation. A very, very solid business foundation. Now, my call to action. If you have identified that your business will benefit from having a partner, who have you identified? A friend or somebody in your family? I want you to schedule a time with them today. Let them know that you are thinking about them, and let them know what they think. And then prepare a meeting with them. What are some questions that you are going to ask them when you have that meeting with them? What are some of the questions you will ask? Maybe the first 3 questions that you will ask them. Share some of the questions also with us in the chats or the comment section. Some of the questions that you have asked a potential partner before, or some of the questions that you would have asked different from what I have given today, the 10 questions I've given, and let us learn from you. In this space, in this tribe, where we learn on how to create our own source of income, we learn from each other. We want to learn from you. So this Create Your Own Economy with Bunmi Ajibade is presented by Claro Growth Resources. And Claro Growth Resources is an organization that promotes the growth and development of individuals, organizations, and businesses through coaching, training, and mentoring. So we want to hear from you. Please go ahead and share your experiences, the pros and cons of having business partners who want to hear from you. And also, if you want to have a conversation with me about your business, or you have questions, please schedule a time. Go on my website, clarolgr.com/meet, MEET. If you want to go into business, but you are not sure if you are ready to become an entrepreneur, I invite you to take a 10-point checklist on my website to determine if you are ready. Go to clarogr.com/checklist. I invite you also share this podcast and write a review. I will see you on the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. The best gift you can give me is by sharing this podcast with your friends, your family, and reviewing it, which will help this podcast to grow organically. If you want to create your own economy and live the life that you deserve, join my next workshop or schedule time with me. My purpose may as well be to help you on your journey. Visit clarogr.com/workshop. See you again next week.